I'm gonna wait for people to get on. I just thought that this is probably gonna show up as a recorded video, and I'm just sitting here looking around. If you ever wonder what YouTubers are doing, so nobody's on. I haven't been on for a while, so I'm not surprised. It's been a pretty intense journey so far. Um, so, hey Markeisha, I was just saying I have to wait a little bit to make sure some people are on here because, so you get like one-on-one time. Because I've been off for so long, I'm kind of thrown back. Hey G, oh hey girl, how are you? I changed my number. Did I give it to you? I know I gave it to your mom, I think, or maybe not. I hope I did. Hey, guided soul. Oh no. Well, you have my Facebook. You should have messaged me. Okay, I'll send it to you. I had to get a new one. Okay, so whatever. People that are late are late. So Spirit's been pushing me about some weird stuff lately. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going through it. Not in a bad way so much. I mean, compared to life thus far, hey Suki, compared to life thus far, it's been easy, right? But it's just some weird energy from the universe, this weird pressure that's going on. I'm having a hard time with it. The dreams are getting intense. The waking up in the middle of the night's getting intense. Is anybody else experiencing this, or is it just me? Like anybody else going through twist of energy, like waking up more often, seeing numerical signs more often? Okay, Markeisha, am I saying that right, Markeisha? Um, Jude, I will send you a text message. Don't worry. I'm so sorry. I just couldn't get everybody, and there were some people I kind of wanted to drop off. So, Markeisha, yeah. So I've been seeing, obviously, and I think that this is not a huge surprise, but more than usual, threes, sixes, nines, and eights as well. And I've noticed yeah. So I've also noticed a couple mixtures that like twos and fours will come out, but only together. Threes and nines and sixes come out together. Twos and fours come out together. It's really intense, and it's like 22, 44, and then 66. It's intense. Yeah, it's super powerful right now. Hi, Sabina. So whatever's going on, the other night, let's see, I can't remember what night it was. I want to say the 28th. Was that last night? No, the night before last. The night before last, I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning on the dot. And I mean, y'all, I was like this. Sat up in bed. I was wide awake. I didn't even need coffee, and that is not me at all. And I woke up and sat up in bed, and I looked around. And I thought, what woke me up to be so alert, like this strongly? It wasn't just a moan kind of what's going on. It was straight awake. And it was dead silent. But I'm not talking about, oh, it's nighttime, it's the middle of the night, it should be quiet. I'm talking so quiet that you can't feel the air move, like just this complete, not heavy, empty, an emptiness of everything. And yeah, sixes, oh, they're intense. So this emptiness happens around me, and all I can feel are these subtle energies all around, okay? And it's almost like they don't want to scare me, if that makes any sense. That's the vibration, that frequency, the energy, emotion I was getting. I get emotion from them in frequency, so it immediately prompts an emotion within me. So they were feeling like they were afraid to frighten me, which makes sense. It was 3 o'clock in the morning, and I sat straight up in bed. Obviously, they were waking me up. And I heard go outside. So I go outside, get up, walk outside, and it is the clearest night that I have ever seen in my entire life. Black sky. The stars are so bright that it looks like you can reach out and grab them. They look like diamonds in the sky, right? The Beatles. So I'm sitting there, I'm looking up at the sky, and I'm just starting to zone out. And I thought maybe they just wanted me to see this. This is one of the most beautiful skies I've seen in a long time. It is the witching hour. I am a witch. I love that stuff. So I just sat out there and absorbed it. And this one star, little to my left, not that y'all care, of the moon, is starting to like rotate. And I'm looking up, and I'm not kidding y'all, this was my exact reaction, and it'll all make sense in a minute. But I'm looking up at this star that is just going, it's not a perfect rotation, like it'll go down here and then up here, and then it's just kind of moving around in a weird way in its general area. And I'm staring at it, and I was like, this is my exact reaction. I'm sitting in the front yard, my feet out, and I'm looking up at the moon, the sky, thanking God for this beautiful day. And that starts happening, and I was like, oh yeah, it's happening. They're here. The aliens have come, and they're coming to get me. But it was not. I hate to disappoint you all. I know got you all worked up, anticlimactic, I know. Unfortunately, it was just a meteor shower. Pleiades or something like that, it's part of the Perseus constellation. There's a yearly meteor shower apparently that happens around early August. Well, it happened early this year. I didn't even know anything about it until this night. And because it kept moving, and I thought eventually it's got to come down here and get me, or it's not what I think it is. Pull out my star app, and I start looking up, and I see the constellation, and there's a burst around it. I look it up, it's apparently a yearly thing. So the aliens were not coming, but I thought it was pretty cool that Spirit woke me up and made me go outside and said, look, I feel like that was a sign. Something has, even though it's a yearly thing, right? It happened way early this year. And it was interesting the way that they woke me up. And this feeling of calm, like don't be afraid, but things are about to get intense. That was the feeling that I woke up with, and the feeling I went to bed with after I meditated with them. So they said there's a lot of work to do, and they said it's time for me to end my vacation. I knew Spirit's been telling me for a long time things are changing, and I knew there would be a lot of people I would have to give a lot of energy to, if that makes sense. There's some people that I'm going to have to give up a lot of energy to help, and then there's certain people that I'm going to give up energy to mentor because they're worth getting through the next stage. And then there's this, right? There's a lot of energy coming from you guys because all of your guides are like, okay, I think I can get a message through this one for my person, you know? So I was feeling all of this, and I needed a walkabout, you know? And a lot of people asked me why I wasn't posting more. You know, I should document it. I should save this. I should cherish it. I should share it. And I wanted to, and I did share as many as I could. But it was my walkabout. You know, it was like it was personal. I was going through. It wasn't pretty. You know, it was pretty scary, pretty ugly, pretty bloody. You know, I got deep with myself. I looked at the parts of myself that I am so ashamed of, that I hate, and that I don't want anyone to see. And all I can say now is the parts that I was ashamed of, the parts I had a hard time looking at, are the parts I'm now most proud of. In that I mean, because I did come through all of those parts. I've not always been perfect, and I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. But how courageous am I to keep going? I'm proud of myself to keep, okay, I did that wrong, I'm going to do better the next time, to own up to it, to apologize for it. And I feel like I have made amends to everyone I owe amends to. And that has been very difficult for me. And the funny thing is that I was getting about the halfway point of my journey, and had some family drama, and had to come back to Texas. the family drama was actually in all over the place. It was intense how it all happened at once. And I don't do family drama. Like, my family knows how I am. They don't usually give me a hard time. Everybody loves me and I love them. But I had some drama with one part of my family. And then my immediate family just needed me. You know, my mom was like, I need you at home. We have some things that we have to take care of. So I'm back here in Mansfield, Texas. I'm probably going to be here for the foreseeable future. And by that, I mean probably forever. I'm not at my mom's house. I'm actually at my late grandmother's house. And I mean, this is my hometown, small town Texas, and I'm gonna probably live here forever, but I will be traveling again in the next 6 months. So I'm gonna put the next 6 months hardcore into this channel. What I want to know from people, and there's only 11 of you viewing out of 11,000, so take it as it resonates, right? That's what we always say. But what I want to know is kind of what are the length of videos as a viewer that you guys are looking for. So are you looking for more of like a quick fit, like a 15-minute weekly and then maybe one monthly? Or are you looking more for a more intense reading each time you see it? So do you want more with less time, like more updating? Or would you rather have more intense readings? I don't know another word for that, but more involved, more messages. So I can't, here's the deal. I know that everybody wants to like, okay, so let's say you want your 15-minute weekly update, right? Just know that there are thousands upon thousands upon thousands of you out there, and then multiply that by billions, and there's your spirit guides. There's only so many messages I can get in a quick time. So if I'm doing a 30-minute reading, I have a better chance of getting the more. I hear a lot of messages at once, and I bring in the ones that are repetitive, right? Or very strong. Sometimes a very strong energy will come through, and I'll push that out. And I'll let you know if that feels like a one-person thing. But for the most part, a lot of energies will be coinciding. And if you're resonating with my channel, does that make sense? If you're resonating with my channel and this soul tribe, we are probably all on the same frequency path, right? Even if we're going through different things, we're responding, reacting, and handling them with the same frequency level, and we are also rising at the same time. We're all trying to grow. So that's why I call my channel Eternal Transformations. It has nothing to do with where you're at in life. It's where your soul's at on its journey, right? So I wanted to get some of that out there. Now let's get to a few questions. So if you guys have questions. You guys can't hear me? All right. How many of you can't hear me? I just heard that. Oh. Can you hear me now? I think oh my gosh. Okay, now you can hear me? Okay. My finger was covering the speaker. I do that a lot. Sorry. This phone's actually too big for my hand. Oh, Marianne. So I've been there, girl. I really have. I actually posted a video completely in a depression, and I said on the video, I literally almost peed in my own bed today because I did not have the energy or willpower to get up and go to the bathroom, which is sad. I just didn't. I was like, I think I'll just lay here. Honey, at that point, you have to make yourself do something. Get out of the house. You have to go breathe fresh air. Go for a walk. Go to the store. Run yourself a hot bath. Put some essential oils in there and just soak and breathe it in and say, okay, this is temporary. And I am so proud of me, myself, for working through it. And I am so proud. Yeah, I know. If you, I know there's nothing I can say to, you can't snap out of it, right? Um, you have to be able to look at yourself and know you've been through worse and you're going to be through worse. Um, but it's all about the roller coaster, right? It's all about the journey. It's all about the journey. And I've said that in videos before, right? My favorite message that spirits gave me whenever I asked them, I said, you have to tell me what's on the other side. I have to know what to expect. You know, is this just like a free for all and whoever gets the highest points wins? Or am I walking into a true heaven and hell situation? Like, where's my rope here? How much slack do I have? So, Spirit gave me this awesome visual, a dream state situation. And she walked me onto a roller coaster, put me on it, and said, enjoy the ride. And she winked at me. And I went through this intense roller coaster ride. I'm talking, it was the scariest thing of my life. I thought I was going to die. I was in a dream, but I didn't know it. And then it stops, and it does that thing where you kind of like go, and you stop real quick, you know, and it feels like your neck's going to snap. And I just couldn't even breathe. And I thought, oh my gosh, I want to do it again. I want to do it again. And she said, that is the feeling you have when this life is over. She said, it's hard, it's bloody, it's scary. It's going to tear you up. It's going to shake you around, knock you upside down. But when it's all over, when they're finished, every one of you souls comes to us and says, you look back at it and you go, I want to do it again. And don't you? Isn't this life sweet like that? We have to remember that roller coaster, it's going to be down, it's going to be up. And the harder and the more gut-wrenching that these times are, the more beautiful and sweet the times to come are. And when I was on my walk, I cannot tell you how often do you guys truly relish your morning shower or your nightly shower? How often do you relish your meals? Like truly relish them, right? When someone would offer me a warm, hot cooked meal, not beanie weenies in a can that I ate with a little mini half spoon. Sometimes I had to drink them because the spoon doesn't get to the bottom. And there were so many nights. It wasn't like I was dying or cold, but I was hungry. And I wanted something besides beanie weenies and tuna. And I was dirty and I was sticky and I wanted a shower. I wanted a bath so bad. My feet were bloody and hurt. My back was tore up from my rucksack. And amazing how sweet everything is in life. When the things I took most for granted from before are now the things that I relish the most. When I was out there, I didn't want the latest pair of earrings or fashion bag or haircut or whatever it is. I didn't want to go to a football game or a baseball game. If you gave me a choice in that moment out there and I could choose between a night out to a 4-star restaurant or a hot shower, a good meal and good conversation with good people, guess what I would choose? Yeah. Good meal, good conversation, kind, good people, a hot shower, and a good night's rest. That's what I wanted. We have to look at life in different terms. We are so often involved in our tiny bubbles so much that we don't see what's available to us out there. We don't see the sweetness of life anymore. On The Color Purple, my favorite quote in the whole world. It's been my favorite movie since I was a little girl. On The Color Purple, in the book, I don't know about the movie, but in the book she says, the woman's talking about how God's just some big white man sitting in a big white cloud. And she said, I think God just
want us to love each other and want us to appreciate what around us. She said, I think God get pissed off if you walk by the color purple and don't see it, don't notice it. God's just loving us, and it just wants to be loved back. The universe just wants us to, when we express the emotion of love, it raises our frequency. You understand? When we feel the emotion of love, and I mean truly feel it within us, it raises our frequency. And how cool is that we have that much power, and it's that simple. But that's what I learned on my walk, but that we don't get it. Do you know how many times I was walking and I kept seeing the color purple, and I thought, how funny that God gave me that message when I was 6 years old. That's whenever I saw that movie and I fell in love. When I was in 8th grade, I read the book, and I've read the book since then probably 30 times. And I promise you all, if you read it, it will change your life too. It's an amazing book, and the movie does not even come close. It's a very spiritual book, and it's way beyond its time. And how cool is it that God gave me that message then? And every time I stopped, God would give me a nudge when I see the color purple and say, I need you to be a clear channel for me, which means you cannot have the ego you've been carrying, which means that you cannot carry the pain you've been carrying. Because to be a healer, I cannot have all of these cobwebs within me. It's going to make the people I'm helping dirty. You understand? I have to be well to help the ones that need me. And I have to be a very clear channel for the universe and your spirit guides to know that they can speak through me without worrying about me changing what they're saying. Does that make sense to you guys? Sorry, I'm reading. My granny told me in a dream the other day that I'm spending too much time worrying about my past and where I should be instead of enjoying my life. And yeah, so that's really instead of enjoying my life and creating precious moments. Yeah, guided soul. So that your granny is so right. You know, one of my favorite things that I like to say is, so many people suffer from what doesn't exist. Okay, the past, that was yesterday. It doesn't exist. The future, that's tomorrow. That does not exist. The only thing is right now. And everything that happened in your past, good or bad, was because of one present moment. Do you understand? One present moment created that past incident. So imagine if you were to truly live in each moment presently, how few mistakes we would make, and how many more times we might actually flip the coin and go for it, right? Because most people, I've realized, it's not the things they've done that they have regrets about, it's the things they haven't done. And at the end of the day, those are the things that will eat your soul. When I see people on their deathbed, which I've seen many, it's always the things. It's never, I wish I wouldn't have done this, and I wish I wouldn't have done this. It's always, I wish I would have done this. I would have had the guts to talk to that girl and ask her to marry me. I wish I would have had the patience with my child and taught him more. Present moment, yeah. That's right, absolutely. Living in the past is living in fear. Living in the future is living in anxiety. And those are all true. Whether it's good or bad, unless you're just having a fleeting moment memory, which is beautiful sometimes and sometimes sad, you can't live in those moments and keep basing your current decisions off of them. How awesome is it that you wake up every day and it's a clean slate? You can be whoever you want today. Right now, I can wake up and say, I can be anything, anyone, anywhere. I can change my name. Legally, I can do anything I want. Yeah, I've had to work with dying people as well, and it's very, very difficult. It's very hard on the soul. Yeah. Oh, you guys are hilarious. Okay, so another thing people that Spirit's been pushing me on, and I wanted to see if you guys are feeling any of this, um, but equality, like big time. Like I'm feeling like there's so many instances that it's almost getting exhausting. Sorry, my hair's doing weird shit today. So many instances of being faced with people prejudging others, and maybe it's because I've been on this journey. I'm sorry, I can't take this. Uh, People often thought I was homeless. And I've never been treated, I guess, differently than how I look, right? And, you know, the people I met on this journey, um, you cannot judge a book by its cover. Okay? I'm from small town Texas. Okay? I'm talking my Uncle Jimbo, I have not seen him wear anything but overalls in the past decade or more. I don't even know. Maybe I can't remember. But, you know, my family, they look like, who are those people that have that Duck Call show? Duck Dynasty. That's how all of my family looks. They all have giant beards, they wear overalls and flannel, and you would look at some of them and maybe prejudge and think that they're ignorant and think that they don't know anything. But something as simple as that can be hasty because I have some very spiritual people in my family. And guess what? The most spiritual of us don't often like to flaunt it because we get enough riffraff. We don't. Healers, right? Most people attracted to my channel are empathic and healers. We don't want to get any more riffraff than it's already being pushed our way. Because as a healer, what do you attract? Sick people, right? You know what? I would like a chocolate shake as well, Perfect 10. Yeah. Perfect 10 is like, I want a chocolate shake. That sounds pretty good. No, clothes are not the person. Skin color, obviously, we've known this since we were children, you guys. Obviously, we should be over this. I know that we're not, but please, can we? For those of you watching my channel who have abilities, which there are a few of you out there I can feel right now, I want you to really start working on something. And this is something Spirit's been pushing me on, so think of it sort of like homework, okay? I want you guys to do this, and then feel free to either email me or we'll touch base again on live feed. Start removing yourself, your thoughts, from the situation, and start reading people's energy. For those of you with abilities who are just starting to really tap into your energies, and I know a lot of you have been upgraded recently that are not understanding why you are more emotional than usual, why you are feeling more than usual. This is basically your psychic abilities becoming stronger. This is basically your psychic abilities becoming stronger, and you are receiving communication in a way that you, even if you were previously receiving it this way, it was not so intense. And so you start to think, what's wrong with me, right? Am I cranky? Am I not eating? You know, you start thinking it's you. It's not you. Well, it is you, but you're learning to react to people's energies. So if you're starting to feel more irritable with people at work, with people in your family, with people that are close to you, because maybe they don't quite, it feels like they're not on the same level, right? Spiritually. And it feels like you're seeing things that maybe they're not quite seeing. Don't try to jump in and change their mind. Listen to them, right? Listen to them, hear them, and then offer an opinion back, okay? So I got some of the best spiritual advice I've ever gotten in my life on this journey, and I'm not going to call this person out or say anything. I don't even know if they have a phone, but it was a man who had maybe 2 teeth in his mouth, and he lived in a trailer that had been knocked down, and I swear to God, y'all, it duct taped back together in some places, duct taped.
And he had even gotten somebody else's trailer and duct tape part of that to his trailer with like actual like insulation and then just surrounding it in a shit ton of duct tape. I'm not kidding. And I came across this person, and he was the most spiritually enlightened soul I've ever met in my life. I was amazed. The words that he said to me almost feel magical. They feel like they were secret. He told me things about the universe that I know must be true. And he knew he was basically a reader without tarot cards. He was a channeler and didn't know it. And he had a country accent, and I would have passed him on the road and thrown change in his coffee, even though he didn't need money. Just because he did not have things did not mean he does not have things. Does not mean that he does not need things, right? He did not look or seem to have a lot. I found out a couple days later that this guy has a bank account with quite a few million in it. And how hard must it be for him to be in this life and try to understand people like me, people like you, people like humans out there? Because I can't even comprehend living like that. And he is not even agoraphobic. He helps out everyone in town. No one knows about all this money he has. And no kidding, he logged into his bank account. I didn't believe him. I thought he was messing around. I was just sitting in his front yard with him because I always saw him sitting out there, and we talked for hours and hours. I read his cards, and I swear he read me right back. He's a pretty cool guy. So I met a lot of spiritual people. God put a lot of teachers in my journey, and I have not been a student for quite a while. So that was pretty cool. I've been humbled big time. So I am going to pull a couple cards. I want everybody out there to just take a moment, okay? Release any expectation you have of what's going to come out of these cards. Just release it. I would even say release questions and tell your guides, give me the message that I need to hear, not what you want to hear, because I promise you what you need to hear will be more important and better, okay? So big deep breath, you guys. Oh, I love you too. All right, Holly, close your eyes. Okay, big deep breath. There's a big chunk of them. I'm not taking those. All right. I'm pulling 3. All right, a lot of pain right now for a lot of you. I felt a little of that earlier, but you guys are so sweet. You don't push it on me. Okay, so we got the Ace of Swords, clarity, right? So what I'm feeling for many of you is that you are, okay, hold on, they're talking. Okay, so so look at what's next. 9 of Swords, right? What were we just talking about? Anxiety, depression, feeling all of this just weighing you down, right? Look at that. That's insane. Spirit's trying to do this for you. Okay, Ace of Swords. Every ace is when energies are being, what I say, something's going on, you guys. Energies are perfectly aligning, and I'm not saying you'll never have another shot again, but it'll never be this sweet. It'll never be this good. It'll never be this juicy, this big, right? So 9 of Swords, Ace of Swords, right? All of these swords here, guess whose fault they are? Every one of them that's giving you anxiety, that's giving you depression. Every sword in you that's giving you heartache. The sleepless nights, the inability to move forward, right? Spirit. Every one of these, Spirit gave you because they love you that much. They weren't meant to stab you. They were meant to teach you so that you could use them in your armory in this battle, in this life. These were meant because you're special, because you have more to offer this world than a cozy 9 to 5, 2.5 kids and a dog and nothing else, right? You have more to offer. Do you want to be someone with no substance? Because somebody with substance has suffered. Okay? Someone needs to hear that out there. That was not me. That was somebody's intensely sassy spirit guide. Woo! That was a sassy one. Okay, so with that being said, I'm feeling overall energy of this and these two together. Your Spirit trying to hand many of you, a brand new, not only a brand new opportunity, but you can't even see that because the clarity hasn't arrived. What's going to be amazing for many of you is the clarity that's about to come in and make you realize, I've been sitting here for no reason. I hold the power. These are my damn swords. Okay? Now, third card. The Magician. Who holds the power? Both of you, right? This is a cooperation, It's both of us. It takes me and Spirit to get this channel going, right? And I'm telling you, I have been less than half-assed with this channel, and I know that. I take total. I have my own issues, you guys. Whatever you call it, destructive patterns. But I'm working on it, me and Spirit. I have this going on as well. Okay, I'm dealing with my own swords, my chip on my shoulder, my poor pitiful me. When Spirit's like, if you will just get up and work with me, I'm trying to push you through the door. I'm trying to get you there. I've already taught you everything you need to know, right? Spirit's like, I've already taught you everything that you need to know. Now I just need you to get off your ass and start using the tools I gave you. I didn't teach you all this for nothing, right? And it's okay to take a moment to rest, but how many of you have been there for so long that it's starting to cause issues, okay? The Magician has every tool of the tarot. The Magician has pentacles, has swords, has wands, has cups, right? The Magician knows that these are the earthly things that we are given to operate in this universe, in this vessel that we are walking around in, that our soul is utilizing as a vehicle. We are given the tools of this material world. We are given emotion, cups, right? We are given passion, wands, right? We are given material, money. That's an energy. That's pentacles, right? And then we are given swords. And swords is our brain intellect. Do not confuse that with your soul, my friends. So if we take all of those things, which we already have within us, the Magician, and we use them, Spirit is saying, I'm going to come in and blow it up. I have the energy. You have the tools. You understand? Spirit can't make you do anything. It can rearrange situations to help you out, but you got to be the one to do it. it has to be you. It has to be both of you. You are one. Imagine it's like your left arm trying to do something without your right arm, and you both need each other, right? It's like trying to pick up a giant pumpkin without, it's like, hey, I'm trying to do this and I'm not doing it. That was a stupid example. This is when Spirit's supposed to jump in and give me a really good one, but I use a pumpkin. Okay, so that is pretty much what I was getting out of that message. A lot of people are procrastinating. A lot of people are not moving forward with their original intuition, instinct to do something that seems a little bit out there, a little bit crazy, a little bit. They don't want to be judged, and it's not that they're ashamed so much as it's not normal in their circles. Is that making sense to someone out there? This might be some channeling for someone. So somebody that's thinking about moving a little outside their circles and doing something outside of it, they're saying that's okay because you're going to grow wider circles. They're not saying new circles, wider circles. You have more in store for you, and they need you to sort of go through this pathway in order to get it. That's some weird channeling. So hopefully someone takes that to heart out there. Spirit, any other messages for people that are needing messages? 78 cards in this deck. 2 aces out of those few cards we pulled. Ace of Cups. Y'all have everything you need, okay? It's about time also for those of you that are single. Spirit's been saying 9 of Wands. So what is that? 9 of Swords, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, 9 of Wands. So Ace 9, Ace 9, and then we got the Power card, the Magician, which is what? What is the Magician? Number 1. It's the first card of the tarot. It's a major arcana. It's an important card. Y'all, that's freaking weird. Look at this giant. I can hardly shuffle them. They're so big. This giant thing, we pull out of 78 cards, 5 cards. We pulled a 9 of Swords, an Ace of Swords, a 9 of Wands, an Ace of Wands, and a Magician. If you add up Ace, Ace, 1, what do you get? I know, we're not in math class. You get 3. 9, 9, 3, 3, 3, 3. What I say about threes? 3, 6, 9. It's been intense, you guys. So, oh my God, I'm not pulling anymore. I'm not pulling anymore. I just laid them down in this really weird way, and I'm going to show you with the phone and look at the overall at the bottom of the deck. Weird. Look, okay, Ace. So I didn't even do anything. I kind of shuffled them and laid them out, and this is how they landed. So with the Magician in the middle, can y'all see it? Yeah. Actually, I think I can I flip the camera? Yeah, that'll be way easier. Okay. So here we have the Ace of Swords, the Magician in the middle, which I love because that's the major arcana card, and the Ace of Cups here. I did not plan this. And then the 9 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. And then look at what is on the bottom. That's the overall. And what does death mean, you guys? Transformation. That is what my channel is all about. Eternally transforming, right? Some of you are going through a very serious transformation. Okay, and this kind of this kind of transformation right here is the kind where the old you is dead. This old you, they're saying you have got to let this die. This is not part of what's supposed to move forward. Does that make sense, you guys? Please understand. They gave you, these are supposed to be your tools. The Magician, they're telling you, you have everything you need to make anything you want in this world happen. This down here, they're saying it was never meant to hurt you. It was meant to help you, and you're letting it hurt you. They're saying it's over. You're done. You're done. 9, you're done. You have to let it die so that you can have this. So, sorry, I have to go like it's like cutting your hair in the mirror.
You let these things go, these nines go, so you can have your new aces. So that you can become this magician and start manifesting. But you can't manifest with this dirty soul full of crap down here. You guys are carrying crap you don't even need. Look at these cards, you guys. Y'all watch me pull them. They each one popped out. Those are intense. Those are intense. 6 cards out of 78 cards. All right. We're going to have to leave it here. It's very intense. So let's see, Wednesday, my readings are going to start full throttle because I should have my camera clip in. I just ordered another one. I lost my video holding thing. You can tell, I'm not really sure about the millennial cutoff age, but God, if I am one, I'm failing miserably. Camera clip thing. I can't even figure out this YouTube channel. It's so much more stressful to me than I think it is for everyone else. Like, they're always like putting these crazy, like, pretty pictures, and if I drop the phone or say a cuss word or fart, y'all are gonna hear it. I don't know what else. I don't even have a computer. I do everything off my phone. So this is what you get. I love you guys so much. I miss you terribly. Once my videos get going again, if you're enjoying your videos, please donate. Don't donate now because I have not been doing my job. But when I start going again, I definitely don't want to have to get a part-time job in small town Texas because I'm not trying to live in the past. That's where I always was. I don't want to do that again. So I'm trying to transform. We're trying to let that small town Texas style die. So you guys help me out. If you want a personal reading, they are full priced right now. I'm having to really be more selective about my personal readings. I've had some serious issues, had to change my phone a few times. Guys, it's hard. I have to, trust you guys as much as you trust me. If something has gone wrong, I think that there's someone out there that I missed a reading for. And I'm not sure if you got your refund back, but I emailed PayPal and asked them how to do that. I don't even know how to do that. So, anyway, so email me if you're out there. I don't know who you are, but I feel like there's someone out there, and I don't know. Anyway, I love you all. If you do want a personal reading, please email me, but please understand that I'm going to be very selective from here on out doing personal readings. A lot of people have some interesting energy out there, and if you need answers and you truly want help, I'm here to help you. However, if you are looking for anything else at all other than tarot guidance, angel guidance, spirit channeling, I want to make it very clear that that is not offered here or on this channel at all. Okay, love and light to you all on that awesome side note, and I will see you Wednesday. I'm excited to get to go on your readings. I don't know who I'm going to start with yet, I don't know. Let's just pick the deck and we'll see what comes out. All right, Spirit, who goes first? Who goes first? Six of Cups. So to me, that says that water's in the racing. So water. All right, Spirit. Boom, 9 of Cups. 6, 9. Okay. So first will be Scorpio, because they're closest in the chart, I think, to 9, right? Or wait, no, that would be Cancer. Wait, so Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. Oh, that's pretty close. Boom,
Cancer. Okay, so we'll start with Cancer. We got a 7. That's July, so that's Cancer. So we'll start with Cancer, and we'll go from Cancer all the way through the zodiac. So we'll say what I want to try to do is go ahead, or what I am going to do is I'm going to do 3 horoscopes a day. So I'll do Cancer, Leo, Virgo, and then move through like that. So within 4 days, you will have your horoscope reading. And yes, please do watch your moon rising as well as your sun sign, especially if you're not resonating. You know, I'm not saying watch all 3 of them. I know that's a lot to watch. But you might be able to, if you're being pushed to do that, do it. There's stuff going on. They're telling you there's messages to bring together. But if you're not resonating with your sun sign, check out your moon and rising and see like which one you're resonating with. Sometimes the planetary alignments make us very much within ourselves or outside of ourselves. So check that out. Okay. Love and light to all of you. Catch you on the flip side.